Hello and welcome back to the Tavern Banter Podcast, where the only thing that's unending is our pain.
And suffering.
Yeah, that same thing. Cheers.
I'm Caleb, that's Luke,
I forget that every time.
and that's alright.
I always forget to say who we are. Oh man, good stuff.
Dementia sets in early.
Yeah, well, it runs in my family, so you know
Wow, the pain and suffering is never ending.
It's okay. One day I'll get it, and then I'll forget I had it, and I'll be cured.
That's how that works.
That's how it works. I would know. Whew. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good. You know what? I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah?
I'm pretty happy.
Pretty good. That's good.
Do you
Don't
have
ask how
any-
I'm fucking doing. No, that's all
do you
good. I'm doing
have
great.
do you have anything
Just
you want to
sold
tell me
on,
about
jeez.
your week?
Wow.
Because I want to know how you're doing.
Thanks, man. I really jumped in too early on that one. Yeah.
Full circle. Yeah, you cut me off. That's your fault.
No, nothing important really. I recorded a few auditions
Nice.
online. It was some good fun on Casting Call Club, and I've got a few auditions I got to record again for the Voice Realm, but just having fun.
What's the voice realm?
It's a website, like an audition website, but you have to sort of
Subscribe? Be a member?
Yeah, you got to be a member of, but you get invited after applying. So you apply, they say, yeah, we would like you to join, we give you an offer. So it's a weird sort of thing. I don't remember applying, is the funny bit.
Oh.
But I got an email inviting me on.
Maybe someone passed on some of your work?
Maybe.
Possibly?
Or I applied a long time ago and it took them that long to get to my audition.
Wow, that's, interesting.
It can take a while. But I'm on it and I'm getting auditions through it, so yeah.
12 months later.
Yeah. Speaking of fun stuff, how good are your accents, Caleb? So I do them
You know,
often for auditions.
they vary in appropriateness.
I was going to say quality, but yeah.
Quality and appropriateness.
What's the best one you reckon you can do?
Jeez. I did a pretty good French accent before.
You did. I was kind of impressed. It was. Do you want to give it a go? Give it a trial now.
Mes amis, how are you?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
It is a lovely day. Would you like a cigar?
It gets like slightly
more
more
weird.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's good. That's actually pretty good. Most people go very very over the top, but you kind of just went subtle.
I feel like that's a very big stereotype.
Yeah.
The thing.
And
Well, look, if before we move on with the accent thing, why do we do accents besides being funny?
Are you asking me in like?
Oh, I guess you do it.
I do it for auditions.
You do it for auditions.
I
and
do
roles
American
and stuff.
English, and I did a recording for a different YouTube channel that does online D&D stuff. And they're doing a show or a game where they run adventurers that are going through and exploring like American heritage, American history.
Sure.
So like a landing called Roanoke Island or that area. When, like,
Is it like
American
they time
settlers...
travel through?
No, it's more like years later down the path, in the future.
Sure.
But it's a whole thing of like eldritch horror and kind of things like going around it. But I played a character from the time period of the English settlers going to America that they discover the letters of. And later on down the line, and he created the curse.
Gotcha.
So, like, there's a lot of English accent that bleeds sort of into early American settler, which is just mostly English. It was a lot of fun. I did that kind of thing, and it was challenging because it went from neutral to like pompous to horrified and crying, and that's fun to record. Crying.
Did you so is that kind of your like favorite accent, or do you have
English is the closest. English, when I say English, like British RP, upper class, old English, that sort of thing.
Pop
Cheerio, yes, of course. That is my favorite.
It reminds me of
most common.
The old British comedies I used to watch.
Yeah,
which I adore old British comedy.
That's where those accents come from. Yeah, that kind of time period. But that's probably my most comfortable, I'd say.
Yeah.
But other than that, of why we do accents,
the only time I really do accents is when we're role playing at the table for D&D.
For D&D. We stick to accents as best we can. And I reckon we do a pretty good job.
I think we do it decently for just being at the table, right? Like
Yeah,
we
just
have
relaxed.
fun, and I don't think we like no one at our table tends to like just be culturally insensitive with
No, I don't think anyone else would be like either comfortable with it or just we'd all approach the person and be like, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
why are you doing this?"
Yeah, we have
accent?
to pull them aside.
It's like if I try to do a Jamaican accent for a character, and be like, "What are you?" No, You
please
just-
please
stop doing it.
Please
Just
stop.
go back to the English accent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah,
after
like
you.
I just have fun doing accents. That's one of the main things I enjoy about D&D, and the chance to practice new and different accents.
I do wish I like was better at accents. But I at the same time I instead of accents I enjoy just changing
like character voice.
character voice instead.
Yeah.
So I enjoy just making up quirky noises. You get me? It doesn't necessarily have to fit in.
Yeah, no, I get you.
20, just general accent.
I've not heard that character before. That's a good one.
Oh,
You should bring him in.
But I'm just playing with my voice
He
instead
felt like
of...
John Leguizamo, or like hey, you don't get it though. He's an actor. You know, I think John Leguizamo played Luigi in the live-action Mario and Luigi movie,
Oh, okay.
like the very old one.
Yeah,
that was cursed.
I know the...
But that was when he started acting. He's actually done a lot of other stuff. He's still a very good actor.
fair.
So I think it was John Leguizamo. But yeah, accents, they're fun in D&D, and we played D&D today.
We did, and well, I'm biased. Do you want to tell
Sure.
our audience what kind of session it was?
A few episodes ago, we talked. Was that episode that went up? That we talked about your campaign? I think it did. There's one episode we lost recently because of like.
I can't remember.
I don't know if we did, because we talked about D&D in it, but
Wasn't it in the Pathfinder episode?
Maybe.
when we talked about yes, that's the one we talked about his campaign. Thank you. We talked about your campaign that was coming up that you've been writing and planning. It was the pirate campaign, or the sailing pirate campaign.
Yes.
And we played session 0.5 today. So not session 1, but where we introduced our characters, talked about it, did a little bit of role play, had a small combat, and established the setting.
It was really a prologue.
It was really a prologue, and it was so much fun. I was very, very happy with like how we all kind of went in the whole scenario. Yeah, I had a great fun time. I think it's great.
And I'm really glad you had a good time. Everyone else at the table seemed to have a really good time. And I think that was the biggest thing. Like this when I pitched this idea to like the whole group, originally it was going to be Descent into Avernus.
Yes, which I had a very fun character idea for that game as well. And I was sad to see that we're not going to get to do that for a little while. But I love this campaign more. I'm kind of happy we did this.
But then I can't remember what inspired me. I think it was partially I just rewatched the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, right? But at the same time, I was reading a Robin Hobb novel. He's a big like fantasy writer. Do you know Robin Hobb?
I don't think so. No, I'm gonna say.
Anyway, there's a book of his called The Sentient Ship, right? Or something very much like that. The Talking Ship, I think, actually, or something.
I like the sentient ship better, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I don't
the
know.
talking ship.
Barkeep, could you look up the Robin Hobb book? The ship one.
Ship one, please.
Robin. No, not Robin. It's
Robert?
Rob Hobb.
Oh, Rob Hobb.
ROBB.
Definitely think you said Robin Hobb.
I probably did, and I was mistaken.
Yeah.
Anyway, that book.
Rob Hobb.
That book
Inspired
me about like not on good terms, because the premise of the book is like the ships can become sentient, right? After being
liver ships?
living
ships?
living ships.
Live ship traders? Live ships. Rob Hobb's Ship of Magic.
Yeah, Ship of Magic. Anyway,
those titles are getting worse.
I know.
I like your one much better.
Ship of Sentience.
Ship of Sentience.
Someone's
got to email Rob Hobb.
It is Robin, by the way.
it is Robin. I was right. I second guessed myself.
You second guess yourself. First, not a ship of sentience. Now it's not Rob Hobb.
Anyway,
But those
inspired me, and I was like, I really want to do like a nautical themed campaign, like, and do it really well, because I love the idea of like the crew sailing, exploration, sea travel, and it kind of went from there. So, but this has been in development for like nearly 2 years.
Yeah.
Roughly, I think it's
if not a little bit under, but like around 2 years.
Around 2 years. Just because we've been playing other stuff.
We run very long-term campaigns.
Yeah. And we're fortunate to be in the position where we have a few people that wanted to DM, wanted to like have a go,
cycle through and
go.
I'm next.
You are next
in like a year or two, depending on how long the other campaign goes for.
But there was a lot of pressure this session, right? Because we had talked about it for so long,
and
I was
hyping it up.
And there has been a lot of hype. I've hyped it up. I was telling Kat and Kay before, like, that I think this session is going to be like, well, not session, this campaign, I really want to blow people away. Like, I think I've got like a super solid like campaign, like from beginning to end.
Yeah. And I think it's very promising, I think, with how we started. It was very, very cinematic. We're all in different areas, and that's kind of what you want for the beginning of a prologue, where we're not just doing that. As you kind of said at the end, you didn't want to just have us be all sailors that the captain has hired and make a crew and just have like an NPC that's in charge of us, but instead put us all on a cruise ship, essentially, or not really a cruise, but a transport ship.
Yeah.
To get us across somewhere. And some of us are passengers, some of us are sailors, and all of us are in different scenarios. I was put in the hold before the campaign started, which was hilarious and great fun.
It was very character fitting, though.
Very much so, because we discussed it, and you were like, "Yeah, I have the idea. You were mouthing off at a sailor for doing something wrong, and he insulted you, so you punched him in the face." I went, "Yeah, that makes sense. That's great." So we did that, and then you brought the character that I made in, which is my handler, my manager, because I'm playing a boxer, essentially, a monk boxer.
Mm-hmm. A sort of gladiator
type, like blood pit.
vibe.
He fights to kill, and yeah, I made Dusty, and I was like, he's going to be that classic sleazebag of a manager, and you played him exactly like that. It was the most fun. He kept blowing cigar smoke in my face. He was
listen.
Exactly. It was such a great cinematic opening that like devolved very quickly into tension when the Navy caught up to us.
Yeah, and like the thing I'm most proud about in like this campaign is, I guess, like the world I've built. So for our audience at home, the world setting is one I've entirely made up, and it's basically a world full of archipelagos, so vast oceans and a lot of like small islands like make up cultures and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was really happy that like the reactions. Thank you. I was really happy. No, but I was really happy about how everyone reacted and engaged with like that session 0.
We were all very into it from kind of like the word go, especially kind of being on a ship. There's something about being told you're on a ship and you're all in different spots. You all have different roles, and something happens.
It's very romanticized, right? Like the idea of like being a pirate, being a sailor. What would you say like made the session good for you?
So, I think, especially with how my character started, and I told you this afterwards, and I was getting Div 2 vibes, specifically Divinity Original Sin 2, and I'm not saying you copied that at all, because I don't think you would remember that game.
I remember the Kraken fight.
Yes,
the
Kraken at the very beginning. And so that's the thing of like, in original Divinity Original Sin 2, you start off in chains and you're being interrogated and you have to get out and you do a little tutorial on deck and then you walk around and see the other crew members and then you get to the top and the Kraken attacks you. And that's pretty much what happened to my character.
Yeah,
through line.
That's fair. Yeah.
And so I love Div 2. I love that opening. And so I was like, I know he's not remembered all of, because you've played like a little bit of Div 2.
Yeah, like
From
the very beginning.
The very beginning.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, oh, there's no way you remembered it and went like, that's a great way of starting it. I'll do it like that. It was just it felt classic to me of like, of course, this is how you kind of start this whole nautical campaign. And so when the Kraken came into the fight, when we were halfway through fighting the Navy, I kind of just went, oh, this is so much worse than anything that could have happened to our group in terms of like options for what could be going on around us. Like we hit a bump. One character felt that the ship hit a bump and went, okay, that could be a reef. And then we hit more bumps and started shifting around and went, that's so much worse. There's something bad happening. But I think what made the kind of the best point where our group was tied together was after we were shipwrecked. We had like a day of like being unconscious. We woke up on an island that's uninhabited except for like some vicious group of tribe creatures, whatever. And we all found out that we had different Kraken tattoos somewhere on our body. So like one character had it on her hand, one had it on her shoulder, one had it on the back of the neck. I had it on the bottom of my foot, which meant
was really funny because you were spending a lot of time like
finding it. To the point where I revealed a secret tattoo to one character in session 0, which I was like, I'm okay with because one character saw it. But like, I was just putting a hand up or something. But like, it's on the bottom of my foot, which is really funny to me. Like the one place to like
the last place
I would ever look, and I had to reveal something that I didn't need to reveal. But that moment of like, okay, now we're all tied into this. We all have something that kind of forces us to be like, what do we do about this potentially cursed black spot style mark? What do we do about that? And so that was kind of the moment of like, all right, that's how you do a prologue. That's how you kind of, you give everyone a reason to be together that isn't just save the world or we hate the Navy. It's also like, you're all connected cosmically for whatever reason.
Yeah, no. I think like I'm no shame in saying I've watched over the entire years of DMing and playing D&D. I've watched so many like videos on just like advice for DMing, right?
How to start a campaign.
Or like how to start a campaign, how to run combat, like want to make your fights more interesting.
There's so many.
Like and the internet is oversaturated with advice.
Yeah.
But I've watched a lot of it. I like getting different takes and different opinions and just interesting things. And the best advice like I remember from Matt, not Matt
Mercer.
No, not Mercer.
McConaughey.
No, Matt. I can't.
Matt Coda.
No.
Matt Contest. It's like we're playing that word game again.
I know. No, if it comes to me, I will say it. I will say it, but because he does.
Unfortunately, I don't know if that's enough information for me to be able to figure it out in the edit, but that's fine.
I know.
We can't always source our information. We can do our best. We're not stealing information.
I don't have a steel trap of a mind.
Certainly not. More of a sieve.
Never have. If you're lucky, a nugget gets stuck.
What is it that you said at the beginning of this session that killed us? You shake your head, yes.
Oh yeah, you shake your head, yes.
You shake your head, yes. Which Kat pointed out to me, some authors
some
write that.
authors write that.
But yeah, not you nod your head, yes.
No, yeah, because in my head I was thinking you can shake your head up or
left and right.
Or left and
it's
right.
all shaking.
Which, is all.
I love how your brain works.
I know, it's fun. It's a fun time.
It just makes connections that like logically make sense to someone who hasn't seen the English language.
It doesn't follow the rules really.
No.
But it still
it
gets there, you know what I'm saying?
It's the elements of someone who has learnt the English language as a second language, but not learnt the intimate rules you get when you're fluent. And so you're making connections. It's like if you were to read my last name and pronounce it Shefford, because it's PH.
Yes.
And that's what happens all the time with non-English speakers. They go, Shefford. And I go, sure. And I just let it go because I can't be bothered. But that's what happens, I feel like, with your brain. Anyway, your DMing advice that you from that guy
was like my favorite advice is steal everything, right?
Yes.
It's your
game.
There are more creative people, or people have come up with greater ideas than, like, across everyone than you will ever, like, have, right? So, the Kraken idea, I don't really... I think that's in a lot of seafaring media.
It's to the point where it's like, you can't...
It's such a cliche, like, right?
You can't pin down who to... I had a single session in a campaign where they were on a ship with another group, and they ran into a Kraken, because that's just what you do.
It's
for
what
excitement.
happens when you're out at sea.
Yeah.
Or on a river.
Or on a river. We
We
had that in the campaign. The rare river Kraken.
The river Kraken.
The Racken. The Criver. The Quiver.
Craven?
Kay did not like the Criver.
The Craven?
Oh, the Craven is way better.
My brain and connections.
Yeah, there you go. See, sometimes it fires.
It's that nugget that got trapped.
But still everything.
Still everything.
And that's great advice, honestly. Because, like, we're not doing a show. We're not doing a Critical Role. We're not doing an online thing where we have to be like, oh, let's be... And even Matt Mercer and all the other online stuff, they still shit all the time.
Yeah.
In a
Like,
way
or they
that's
make
good.
references that and make it their own. The tattoo thing, I actually got from... technically Baldur's Gate 3, the video game.
Yeah.
Right? So I saw a review of Baldur's Gate 3 and said it was an excellent, like, intro, because you immediately have a bunch of people forced together by circumstance that necessarily don't like each other or enjoy each other's company, but because they all have this problem that they each need to solve, they are forced to work together. And so I took the idea of tadpoles being like,
a curse thing on everyone.
being implanted, and I twisted it to like a shared curse or a shared like image, like and I think that it works really well.
It does.
I think it's a great trope.
I think
like,
it is.
Yeah,
because it gives everyone a common, like, a commonality, something that everyone we all have this. So now there is no reason for, like, not that I would play it like this, but if I was a bad player and be like, I'm an asshole, I don't care about my other player, I'm gonna go off and get drunk, and this makes go, well, I have this weird tattoo on my foot
that I share with everyone.
If I want to get rid of it, which they all want to do, I should probably stay.
It makes
with
the
them.
most logical sense.
It
like
does. It would be a massive leap of logic for a person to be like, I'm gonna leave because I can handle it better on my own. It's like, obviously not.
Someone.
Like a bad player would do, and that makes it harder for a bad player. Luckily, we're all good players.
No, but
None
I
of us are
think
doing
it's.
that. But
I think it still has the place, because now us as players, or you as players, have that.
It connects us.
Yeah, it gives you agency with each other.
Yeah.
You guys don't have to work as hard to be like, how do I find that reason to be together?
Yeah.
Because that can also be a problem with like players, like
Gelling
why are we together?
Why do we hang out? Why am I
just
still
because?
here?
Yeah.
Because I have my goals elsewhere, and we're not fulfilling that, obviously.
Yeah.
Barkeep is dropping the drinks. Or her phone. Probably
Good thing
her
we
phone.
don't pay you.
You get paid?
You do?
No.
Me
that's why. Oh, okay.
Me neither.
That's why I'm being incredulous, man. But no, this was a great campaign session. Probably my favorite session 0 we've ever done.
Yeah.
Like I've enjoyed everyone's session 0 that I've ever been a part of. I've enjoyed Tristan's session 0 for Tyranny. I've enjoyed your one for far out. It was, there's Dungeon of the Mad Mage we did, which Dungeon, and then it was before that Dragon Heist. There we go. Got there in the end. Like, I love those campaigns and I love those characters, but this has been so unique, I think, and in partly because we're very experienced by now, and we're very good at like creating interesting and unique characters for us that are able to interact, but also able to create tension and disconnect elsewhere to kind of make a person, essentially. Yeah, like this, but this has been like the most fun, I think, the most exciting, and like we got to the end of it, and I'm like, no, I want to keep going.
That was the hardest bit.
It was that first stopping. Like,
yeah,
we can just skip the podcast. We got some episodes in the backlog.
Yeah.
We can keep going. Please.
Before we move on, because we could talk about this.
We
all
could,
night.
but I feel like we're getting to that point. Yeah.
But before we move on, I just want to hear your thoughts. What do you think the curse mark means? What are your theories?
Yeah, fair.
I won't spoil anything clearly, but I just want to know. I want to pick your brain.
What are you throwing your hands about, Barkeep?
Oh, we're just sharing. It'll come up eventually.
Okay. I'm not gonna think about it. I think so. That it's a tattoo of a swirling kraken tentacle. Like when I say swirling, we mean like it's spiraling into itself. Kind of thing, not like twisting, but like a swirling lollipop. And it's on different parts, and we rolled d10s. I'm assuming to decide the part for random sake of where it was landing. I think it's similar to Pirates of the Caribbean Black Spot, where you're targeted by the Kraken, and the Kraken will come after you because you escaped when you shouldn't, and we need to right that wrong. You got away from the Kraken when you weren't supposed to. And so it's either some... Because you did mention in the prologue, like some god stuff, some divine. There was a mention of a god name in the diary we found, like Froglass or something like that. Throgros. Which could be a dwarven or anything, I don't know. But so I have a feeling it's something like that, like Davy Jones style, drag you to the depths where you belong. Mm-hmm. That's what my thought is, because we all survived. But who knows? Maybe it's all marked and being like, cool, you guys are like super cool champions of the Kraken. You survived. Here's your cool power.
You're Kraken chosen.
Yeah. You with the foot, you can kick really hard.
Yeah. Your foot turns into a tentacle.
Aww. Wherever it is.
Tentacle kick.
The fucking... I feel bad for Kay with one in the back of the neck.
The neck just... No, the neck extends.
A giraffe. What's my power? I can look over walls. Cool.
Nice. They're
over there. That's my thought. Drag down to hell kind of thing. To the underworld. But I'm super keen to find out.
Yeah.
I'm also super keen to find out if not my mentor. I'm so used to having characters that are my mentors in D&D that I called my manager my mentor. I'm so keen to find out if my sleazebag of a manager survived so that I can punch him in the face. Mm-hmm. And I can't wait to re-find Anchor, General Anchor, who definitely survived. He did not die.
What about...
He had too many abilities that he did not use.
Plus
11 on attack roll. My goodness.
The bet.
He's like, I rolled a 7. I have an 18 AC. I was like, he's going to say plus 11. It's going to be 18. And he went, so it's an 18? I'm like, I'm going to kick your ass.
My favorite was reactions, Kerry. I'd say the number I rolled. And they'd be like, okay. And then I'd say, so plus this.
And they go, son of a...
And they'd be like, what?
Oh, what a great way of doing it.
No, it's so fun.
Yeah.
My favorite bit of the session.
Yes.
That I felt like really made me happy was when you all got shipwrecked at the end. No. Before that, actually, is the NPC, the small child.
Small child, yes, was being captured by the Navy.
So, for context, the Navy steals away or kills anyone with magical abilities. They think magic is evil. And they were making sort of an inspection of the ship that the players were on, and they came across an NPC that was introduced very early in the session, which was a small girl, and she was being taken away by the Navy. And I loved that that you all bit the hook, right? You all jumped to action. You were all took the bait. This is wrong. We must save the child.
This is a child. None of us had the character to be like, I'm not sticking my neck out for this child. All of us were convicted. Even like, I don't know everyone's state of mind as a character. I think my character is the most like, mind your own business, do your own thing. Kay maybe have a bit more of like, I need to look out for myself. I don't know. Our characters haven't interacted that much, but definitely the other three were like, so what are we doing to stop this? And even with my character, it was more just, if it were an adult, he might be like, hey, bad luck, sucks to be you.
Yeah.
But it's a child, and the child did nothing wrong, and he doesn't like that. And so, as with everyone else, he took the bait, exactly.
Yeah, it was
really compelling.
It was a classic, like, super, like, hero moment.
Yeah, and none of us like seeing a kid get hurt like that, or kid get taken, especially when you start describing the child is screaming and being ripped away from her mother. And I went, oh, don't lay it on thick. Like, come on.
But I had to, like
you did.
It
was gut-wrenching.
I wanted, because the whole point was to show how evil the Navy was, right? So to, like, set that scene. Another thing I've stolen, like, advice from somewhere is that people, like, put your villain in the first session.
Yeah, first session.
Show how bad your villain actually is.
Yep.
And then, or show how powerful they are, so that your players know what they're leading up to. Don't just have a vague, like, evil wizard in a tower that they've never seen before.
Have a personal villain that they've met and hate, which I love. I love to hate a villain. And to get on, like, a little side tangent, which might actually lead into the next segment, who knows. It's really funny how much I care about the child in D&D. When it comes to movies, I don't really care about the children, unless it's particularly good. So, for reference, like, certain TV shows or anime where, like, the child is definitely just a good character and not annoying, doesn't get in the way. When they're sad, that makes me sad, kind of thing. But most of the time, when it comes to movies, especially in video games, I hate the children. I despise them. I want to get out of my way. I want to play the game. In D&D, it's so invested in everything that when you're like, oh, it's so easy. I've done this as a DM, dude. It's so easy to get your characters invested in a character, even when they are not there. Like, I had players read a diary of a kidnapped, like, 14-year-old boy that a merchant has been hiring this group to save. And they're like, we'll investigate his room. We'll see if we can pick up any trails. And they had his diary. And I just added into his backstory that about 4 years ago, his mother passed. Oh. Right? It was very sad. And then I had them in the diary go to random points, which obviously was not random. I just, in order, went this point, this point, this point. And I read out the part where he's talking about how his mother has just died and going through that all. And they immediately all became like, oh yes, no. Yeah, became really invested, because it sucks to see a real person be sad. And when your own friend is kind of performing the character for you, it's hard to not get invested.
I think it's that disconnection, like, going back to the TV thing, right? When you have that screen, is like the veil, right? You're not, like, right there.
Yeah.
It can be a bit different to have that connection. For me, when it comes to not video games, sorry, TV shows, right? I actually get very upset about young children, especially when I'm watching, like, doctor shows, right? I was watching The Resident recently, and they had, like, small, like, infant, like, children, like, like getting sick, and then another episode, a young, like, boy was, like, had their last birthday in the hospital, and, like, those scenes, those, like whenever, like, children are sick or children are, like, getting tormented or whatever, like, dude, they do something to me that I really get upset about. They make me it just really triggers me and stuff, but in a good way as well. Like,
you have an emotional response.
I like having the emotional response, right? Like, it's a weird feeling to say, like, I like feeling sad about it, but at the same time,
too. Yeah, there's a reality to it, and that's the thing. And when it comes to those movies, it really is hit or miss for me. That's the kind of thing. But it depends. It depends on where you go. Some people are like, "Oh, animals for me is what's if an animal gets hurt, I get very upset." I kind of flip flop again, because, like, part of the time I feel like the director or the writer of a movie is trying to manipulate me into caring, and so I'm like, I see you putting the dog in there. I'm not going to get attached because you're going to hurt the dog. I won't get attached, because I didn't care when that person died. So why should I care when the dog dies? And half the time I'm good at detaching myself and it works. But like sometimes
Is it like just throwing a ball out there?
Yeah,
Is it the dog whiny like sad noise?
yeah, I mean yeah, when it's suffering.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
hear it and it's like, oh.
and like even then when people die, I can still, it depends, like, if I'm really invested in the character.
Yeah.
Obviously I will care a lot more. But when it comes to stuff like other movies that are less care about that, superhero movies or other things like that, it's like depends. It depends how it goes. But speaking of superhero movies, it's an amazing segue, I know. I'm gonna be watching
One for the books.
One for the books.
One for the books.
My first one. Into the good books. I'm gonna in a week or two, I think I'm gonna be watching the new Superman movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been thinking a lot about Superman and just superheroes in general. And I just kind of wanted to talk about it
Sure.
because I like superheroes.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
Is the superhero? I think it's already out, isn't it?
Superman's out.
Yeah.
Superman's out. And I've heard like decent things. I've heard people like it. I've heard people say it's. I've heard one opinion which I'm like, yeah, that's fair. Where it's like he was. I think it's Cosmonaut Quickie or sorry, Cosmonaut. Might be Cosmonaut Variety Hour. Is a YouTuber who does like reviews. If you remember that video we showed you of the Star Wars sequels review where he goes the ruh-roh reggie and that joke where Chewbacca is that's I believe that's him. He's very, very funny, very, very good. Cosmonaut Cosmonaut Variety Hour. He's a big fan of it. He was very keen for Superman and he was like, I liked it. It wasn't what I wanted or was hoping for, but it was. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Which in my mind, things like I'll probably like it then because he's pretty tough.
Before you move on, I've remembered the name. Matthew Coville.
Matthew Coville.
Matthew Coville. Does really good like D&D or like role playing at table advice in general.
Wonderful.
Like, yeah.
Now,
sorry to just cut that off, but
That's so good.
I thought I should plug that.
So you know what's really funny now is that when you start I have no idea who Matthew Coville is,
anyway.
but when you start saying Matthew I'm gonna put up Matthew Coville then, and then we're gonna spend and they always be like, so when do they figure it out? And it's now. Excuse me.
Wow, my God.
I'm sorry.
Into the mic.
Oh,
The mic's there. I can't control it.
Oh no.
I won't turn my head. They'll love it. It wasn't. I had to end that sentence somehow. That's how. Anyway.
Who's your favorite superhero? Let's start strong.
So it goes back and forth. Like
I need an answer.
I'm giving you I like Spider-Man. I like Superman, but I think it's so vanilla. But I love Batman.
That's fair.
It's such
not really, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, like it's such a basic, like, oh, Batman's the best because he's got the most psychology. But like, it's just most intriguing. It's the most intriguing, like, what do they call it? Rogues cast, which is like the villains.
Sure.
The cast of rogues, the rogues gallery. Sorry, not the rogues cast. But he's just the most interesting because he's the most hero anti-hero you can get before you start becoming like Deadpool and all those like edgy, what if Superman was evil, or what if you have like Invincible where it's everything's blood and guts. Like he's the most superhero you can be whilst being anti-hero. And Batman's a really good film. And his cartoons are really good. But yeah, I don't know. What's your favorite superhero?
Oh man, as I asked you the question, I was thinking about who is my favorite superhero. I don't think I have a There's so many. What? There is quite a lot, and I'm not like the biggest superhero
person,
like genre kind of guy. If I'm being honest, when I go to watch a superhero movie, I'm always looking out for the villain. Like I want to see a good villain.
Yeah.
I like the superheroes are a dime a dozen. I want to see a good crisp villain.
A good Christian villain. So silly. Somewhere out there, there's a movie that has a good Christian villain. I'm sure it's very easy to find. I'm sure people have got obvious answers. Oh, you're cracking your fingers into your microphone.
But to answer,
I got one.
But do you know what I think my superhero actually is, I think it is Deadpool, and I don't think it's
fair enough.
necessarily the character, right? Like, or like Deadpool as a character. I think it's specifically just Ryan Reynolds' like portrayal of Deadpool.
He does a very good job. Deadpool, I think, from Marvel, is my favorite superhero. When I compare him to Batman, he just
Like
doesn't...
DC.
DC and stuff. I just like... No, DC has more interesting stories to me, but Deadpool is really, really good. Like, I think he's a great character, but for me, it's the comic book character and stuff, rather than Ryan Reynolds. But I agree. I think that's one of the closest to source you can get with superheroes, where it's the comic book character who's in the movie kind of thing. I like Deadpool a lot.
That second, I think, is actually like Archer, like DC's Archer.
I mean, the Green Arrow?
Yeah, the Green Arrow.
Not Archer the spy from the animated cartoon. Like, Archer, like...
Technically, I guess you could call it a superhero.
He's a spy. That's like James Bond.
Super spy.
He's a super spy.
Oh, can I change my answer to James Bond?
No, he's not a superhero.
Best superhero.
He's very misogynistic.
But
I don't think you
he
should.
saves the world.
He does
How
save
is
the
that
world.
not super?
Because he's a spy. It's a different genre.
What about damn, I wish I knew the name. It's another spy.
Get Smart?
No. It's the comedy.
Johnny English? With Mr. Bean character?
No. It's the
It's a comedy?
it's like
Jacques Cousteau. The French guy.
no. He's American. He's Jazzaddict. Like
What was that? Jazzaddict.
no, it's like super American.
What was that? I'm so good. Agent Cody Banks.
No. The Disney movie.
Yeah, from Malcolm in the Middle actor, whatever, Macaulay Culkin.
I don't know.
Spy Kids.
No, don't worry. It was just meant to be a bit, but I couldn't remember the actual character.
I think the bit we got with the was honestly better. But your second favorite superhero?
Green Arrow.
Oh, Green Arrow. Green Arrow.
Yeah,
Green Arrow's good. Green Arrow's very good.
I watched that series like quite a lot.
The CW.
Like when it was coming out. Yeah. And I thought the character was like really cool, and I love archery as well. The bow to me like feels like just such an awesome weapon, like if you were going to have one. Like swords are cool. Swords always have a special place in my heart.
Legolas was always the favorite.
But that's what I mean.
Rings
Like,
character.
you have Legolas, and then Green Arrow.
Green Arrow, you've
etc. etc.
Yeah, the rest.
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
Which I also like.
I like Hawkeye less than Green Arrow, but
No, I do too.
weird.
I like Green Arrow more, but like the thing that ruined Hawkeye for me was that so many, as the Marvel movies were coming out, so many people were like Hawkeye is the most unrealistic superhero ever. Like his arrows make no sense. The way he can shoot behind him without knowing the scene they break down is where he's talking in the first Marvel movie.
the first Avengers movie.
And without looking, he just shoots the arrow,
No, look,
and it
shoots
just
the guy.
and
He's just got really good awareness.
No, and I think
Isn't the idea that he's supposed to have seen it in the windows of the buildings in front of him?
I mean, I don't know if the movie says that.
the movie
but
doesn't.
I believe
The
it.
movie doesn't explicitly say it.
It doesn't say it. I think it's.
But I also think it would be
imply it very
entirely
well at this
possible if his superpower was just having incredible spatial awareness of
perception
everything.
awareness.
Especially if you're up high, it's that eagle vision, like in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
You just are aware of everything going on in an area.
If there's one thing I'm questioning, it's not, hey, how did that bow and arrow dude hit the target?
Yeah, I know, right? But everyone seems to just want to pick on Hawkeye.
There is a much more stupid but really cool scene in the Avengers cartoon show, the Avengers Assemble, where they get Ant-Man on the end of an arrow, shrunken down, and he's holding on to it, he's like, can you make the shot? He goes, can I make the shot? And they fire it, and he goes through 10 different fucking windows, and gets into a tiny spot, and nails it perfectly. And you're like, You couldn't see where you were shooting. There's no way you could see the target. How did you shoot it? He's like, skill, baby. Like, piss off. You have X-ray vision or some hot garbage. What are you talking about? Skill. But that's Hawkeye.
That's just Hawkeye.
You don't miss. Just like in Marvel Rivals, that little shit.
I don't play that game.
Well, that's fun. He's just as accurate in Marvel Rivals.
Beautiful.
And
Beautiful.
He's like Hanzo in Overwatch. I hate him. But yeah, I think Hawkeye's great. I think honestly the more interesting characters are the ones that have less power. Like Hawkeye, Green Arrow, Batman, the ones we've all said are more interesting to watch. I think Deadpool's very fun to watch, especially with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
I think Thor is good in specifically that cartoon I talked about, Avengers Assemble.
Sure.
Because he actually feels like he has a power difference from everyone. The kind of thing of like, sort of like how Superman is just a god compared to everyone. Thor actually is a god compared to everyone. And in the cartoon, they don't try and level it out where they're like, oh, Captain America and Iron Man and Thor are all equals. Then they're like, no. Captain America and Iron Man, we're going to go deal with that supervillain who's like throwing gravity around. Thor, can you just hold up the island for us while we're doing it? Thanks, mate. He's like, verily, and flies off and goes and does it because he's a god.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
No, I get you.
I think that's more fun than what we got in like Marvel movies because he just sort of slowly became a human with lightning powers. I just kind of got more and more like, you're meant to be like 600 or 700 years old or whatever and still young. But I feel like I'm getting a 40-year-old, not Australian because I know Chris Evans is Australian, but a 40-year-old man who has lightning powers, and it's becoming less and less interesting. I feel like a lot of things with the Marvel movies, as they go on, they get less and less intentional with the characters and more spread thin and bland.
That's fair.
Yeah. There's many opinions on superheroes, genuinely. I don't know what I'm saying.
You never do.
No.
The thing about superhero, like, just on the flip side,
Yeah.
about like superheroes, do you have a favorite villain?
Ooh. Yeah, no, that's a good question, actually. I think it has to be a DC villain because I think their villains are more interesting and I know more about them.
I
not the Joker.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily mean like DC or Marvel, but
No, I know. I'll get to a specific one in DC, but like it's not. But like every time I look at the Marvel villains, I'm like, dull. You're a Nazi, so that's just whatever. Hydra. AIM are just scientists with MODOK. That's kind of boring. Thanos is there. Galactus is there, but they're just kind of too big and cosmic. And then you have the smaller ones that are like Vulture. I'm an old man in a vulture suit. Scorpion. I'm a dude in a scorpion suit. Like, they're cool. I don't mind them. I don't hate them, but they're not my favorite because they're not that in depth. Or they might be if I just give them more time. I think favorite villain in DC for me, or just in general, which is going to come from DC, is probably. I think it might be like an evil version of Batman, like Owlman. I think in one of the alternate versions.
Oh.
It's weird. It's because they both have a good grasp on what makes Batman, and a part of their whole character fighting against each other is that they both have the same idea, but they both made very different decisions from that originating point of like, my parents have been killed.
Right, okay.
And Owlman has been like, I'm going to destroy everyone and just, destroy everything because nothing matters because all these multiple universes exist or whatever, and every choice we didn't make, we did somewhere else. And Batman kind of goes like, you're an idiot. Just like, you were affected and changed by the void. I looked into the void and was not affected at all. I chose to be better, and that makes me better than you. And it's an episode, well, not even an episode. It's a movie where half the fight is philosophy, and the other half of the fight is punching the shit out of each other.
Is this a cartoon?
It's an animated film.
Yeah, animated film.
It's an animated film where Lex Luthor from the where he is a good guy in this world where it's not the Lords of Justice, but like the Justice League evil, are beating the crap out of everyone, and he travels to the Justice League's world to be like, I need help, please. I can't take them on myself. And the Flash, I think, accidentally travels into their world a little bit, and there's a whole plan to take each other out.
Oh yeah.
But that's the kind of thing. It's a fight with philosophy as well with fists. And even though Batman sort of loses with fists, he wins with philosophy.
No, that was a very in-depth answer, like more than I thought you were going to have.
I just really like villains. I like Owlman. I don't know. Before we go on, do you have a favorite villain?
Oh, once again, I said ask the question, and I didn't really have an answer of my own.
Just be like, Steve.
I guess okay, here's the thing. Here's my checklist for like when I'm looking at villains. Like I like compelling villains where I almost want to root for them. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I like a villain to like have that morally gray zone where I'm like, I see how you got here, right? Yeah. Where I also could be like, if I was under similar circumstances, I might also make the same decisions. And I'm going through all the like villains that I know of from DC and like Marvel. Right, and none of them really get there for me.
Did you watch Into the Spider-Verse or Beyond the Spider-Verse?
The first one I did, not the second one. Not the second one.
The second one's got a kind of compelling villain like that.
Yeah, I think you're right. But I think the villain that actually comes to mind, and one of my favorite villains is, you've watched Treasure Planet.
Yes. Oh gosh, we can take from anything.
That's what I said at the beginning. I didn't
say villains.
I didn't necessarily mean from Marvel or DC. That's what I said.
That's what you meant. Not okay. I was thinking super villains, but fair enough. I'm going to keep my answer. I still like Owlman and others.
I thought your answer was very good. You seem to like know your stuff.
But Treasure Planet, I love it.
Like I love the villain from Treasure Planet.
Yes.
The cyborg.
Like Long John Silver.
Yeah, Long John Silver. Yeah. No.
That's his name. I love Long John Silver.
Yeah.
He's great because he's so sad.
He's so sad, but at the same time, I love that the idea of him is like, it's not even like a villain arc, it's like a whole redemption arc. Yeah. Like, for whatever reason, like, his, like, world was taken from him. Like, he lost, like, arms, legs, like, all in the pursuit of this one treasure. And in doing so, at the very end, he's found another reason to keep going, which is our main character. And he ends up...
James.
Yeah, James.
I think his name is James.
Yeah. And he then has to make the choice at the very end where it's like, do I save James or do I keep the treasure?
And they both like help each other recoup because James has lost his dad in terms of his dad has left him. And walked out in his life, and he's sort of been Long John Silver has sort of become this father figure. And he's like, I have a son figure. I don't know how to feel about that. I have emotions I didn't think were possible. And
I've pushed everyone else out of my life.
Yeah,
so
I can care for him. Yeah,
I guess he's not even.
It's a like, redemption villain.
It is a redemption villain, which I really like.
Because he is still the main villain. There
is no doubt. Like a good like chunk of the movie is like him hunting down like John and like the other people from the old crew.
Yeah.
In pursuit of this treasure.
Yeah. See the map. I mean, he burns down the main character's house before we're introduced to the actual...
That is also true.
Villain. Yeah.
And obviously he kills the previous owner of the map, or, well, leads to his death, which is the turtle.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that. Oh, man. I've got to watch that movie again.
Treasure Planet's great.
Good.
Treasure Planet is really good.
It's so underrated. I love that movie.
But I think when you ask, like, what's your favorite villain, that's the one that always comes into my head, like, the one I really like. But I think... it's also just because I'm really biased against Treasure Planet. I love Treasure. It's probably my favorite animated film.
Yes, I'm very happy because I agree.
Or at least in the very top three. Because I also just thought of Shrek too, which is also
you're not wrong.
Also a great animated.
Shrek was a great film. But
like,
you know when you look at someone and you expect the words "How to Train Your Dragon" or "Wall-E" or I don't know, Finding Nemo, but one of those films that come out of their mouth and they go, "Oh no, Shrek 2. Shrek 2. It was such a straight face.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, pull this down.
I am a avid believer.
Get that nice and close.
That Shrek.
Perfect.
That's okay.
So out of focus.
So out of focus. If you couldn't tell, it was a photoshopped Shrek head on one of our friends, and I was gifted that for a birthday, and I treasure it very dearly.
I can't believe still that we had that whole Shrek party.
I had a
for
Shrek
you.
party.
You
Yeah, I had a
party.
Shrek thing.
Shrek
You know,
themed
forget.
party.
What was my first answer for superhero?
Deadpool.
Deadpool. Forget Deadpool. Shrek. Shrek is my favorite superhero.
I can't believe that we had that whole Shrek themed party, and I got given Lord Farquaad as my fucking costume to wear.
I think you did. I dressed up as a donkey.
I can't believe you did that to yourself.
What do you mean?
You gave yourself a donkey and didn't give your.
I don't like costumes.
I'm trying to think what would you give yourself that's better, but donkey's good. Donkey is.
Charming.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't want to be Prince Charming. You give that to someone you hate. You're Prince Charming. Oh, thank you. Because I'm handsome.
No.
No.
Sexy Shrek.
There you go.
Oh damn.
There you go. Give him sexy Shrek.
Yeah, I should have dressed up as sexy Shrek. Damn.
Anyway.
I like how intensely you said that.
Attractive Shrek is
Don't.
attractive.
You nearly said my last name.
Attractive Shrek is.
Attractive Shrek.
Yeah.
This actually makes a really good segue into our game.
Ooh, very good. We're going to get to that after this Shrek bit, so that's great.
But we're going to need to take a really quick 2-second pause because we forgot a piece.
So technical difficulties,
we can use the
I
technical
guess.
difficulty.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you go check out part 2.
Yeah.
This video went really long.
Way
but
too long.
We had a lot of fun with it. So go check it out.
In its full, the chaos of the game in part 2, which will come out next week if you're watching this one uploaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See ya.
We have no more drink left.
Well, this is a false intro. Outro.
And cut.